some point I came to the realization, and maybe I had an inkling of it before I even joined the farm as a young guy in my 20s, but at some point I came to the full-blown realization that if business as usual continues, if we continue to aggregate wealth into a tiny fraction of 1% of the people on the planet, if we continue to destroy the world in order to produce our consumer goods, if we continue this exponential growth curve of automobiles, of goodies that are electronic in nature, with the notion that somehow we're going to be able to solve all that by creating spaceships to Mars or something, we've blown it. And already the signs are apparent that that's coming home to roost, that false notion. All of those fictions, money is a fiction, the idea of consumer goods is a fiction, or a consumer economy. All economies are circular. Any economy that's not circular, which doesn't consume its own waste, is a false economy. Somewhere it's going to come back and bite itself on the ass, because all economies are circular. So because of that, we need to think differently, and what frightens me is that we won't learn to think differently quickly enough. And in fact, the die may have already been cast before I was born. It's possible that we're already extinct and we don't know it yet, that we may be among the last generations of humans.
In 1971, a caravan of 80 school buses and assorted other vehicles carrying 320 hippie idealists landed on a cattle farm in central Tennessee with a single log cabin and barn. They had a mission. As the banner on their band bus read, they were out to save the world. Using their buses and surplus army tents, the group of 320 daring individuals pooled their resources and purchased 1,064 acres of land in Summertown, Tennessee, roughly 50 miles southwest of Nashville. From their modest beginnings as a vegetarian farming community, whose diet embraced the soybean and whose beliefs extended beyond the hippie cultural ideals, the farm has become a central hub in educating, saving, and regenerating the world. Today, the farm houses and partners with multiple homegrown organizations, such as Plenty International, an organization which provides restorative work to areas affected by disaster, local organic garden food programs for school children in South America, midwifery training services for Mayan women, Hurricane Katrina cleanup and relief, during which time they circumvented federal roadblocks to provide aid. Let's take a close look at the Eco Village Training Center. As we stayed in the Eco Hostel and bonded with the residents, it became clear that sustainability wasn't the right word for what actually happens there. One of the farm's residents, Jason, was around the hostel frequently during our stay. His workshop was right across the pathway. A big green sign reading Resourcer's Laboratory hung above it, and it sets the tone for the Eco Village as you enter. The first night there, he and I were having a conversation. The farm is a social permaculture, he said. You have to have the right people who want to work together. He went on to imply that it takes moving past the desire for currency, moving past the tit for tat of the rest of the world. This idyllic altruism is what drives the farm to be a successful community and what allows their innovations to be so personal. It's not about the big money. It's about ensuring that they all have the best possible environment for their friends, their families, and for future generations of people they will never meet. People who are so distant and far-flung that they would likely never have descendants even cross paths.